Good morning, world. Another beautiful day. We are this little yellow ball guy, and we want to spread that infectious happiness to everyone around us. So, kind of let's jump into it. We're going to look at my cash game lineup from last night, because I show you the winners as well as the losers, just to show you the thought process and everything. So, the Mets stack that I talked about yesterday, I mean, it didn't do well. I watched the game, and Urano was missing his spots a lot, so he was walking a lot of people, and both Jay Bruce and Cespedes, they both had bases loaded. Cespedes was up first with one out. He struck out, and then Jay Bruce kind of went down looking, and I mean, obviously that would have helped big time. You know, Adrian did pretty well. He was at a great price point. And with min salary, I got bailed out by Verlander a little bit. You know, I got 135. That was my goal, between 120 plus. Cash line was pretty high. Got a little bit unlucky with Odor. You know, he like walked and then they took him out. Like, man, it's crazy. But yeah, like I had one solid stack, and then I couldn't fit anyone else in, so I kind of got bailed out. I needed the Philadelphia exposure because he was the other really bad pitcher. So as long as you're happy with your lineup and, you know, just keep moving forward, whatever happens. So, that's awesome. Alright, so let's start with looking at the Fangraphs probable pitchers leaderboard. I already added the filters for the 3 years. I moved up the minimum innings pitch to 40 just because, you know, 10 filters out some of the players that shouldn't be in there. But, I mean, 40 seems like a good min. At the very least. I mean, it should be probably higher to 100 because look at all these players. So, you know, we're looking at based on balls, right? This is our blueprint. This is for early game. This is also for early game. It was rained out yesterday, so Homer Bailey and Sanchez appear right away. Sanchez has gotten definitely better over the years, and there's a low over-under on that game. Cashner is pretty bad, so that's tempting. He's a heavy kind of ground ball pitcher, though. Not totally in love with that. The people that jump out at me here are Martin Perez. If sometimes you kind of know someone from the past and want to take a look at them more, ooh, I thought he would be older. You know, you can actually like read his description and kind of see what's up. So I'm just seeing his SIERA. Man, his career SIERA is bad. So Martin Perez looks like a juicy guy to target. I'm kind of liking Coors too at first look. Just because yesterday, you know, they didn't have like the greatest game and a lot of people were on him. Something I noticed just personally about me is the day after I use kind of a stack that I like, that's when the players do better. Like, so tonight, the Met stack, you know, didn't do that great yesterday, but I think Cespedes is probably going to have a good game today. It helps that he's up against a lefty, you know, which is his much better matchup, but that's besides the point. So we picked a couple people that we like. Let's go to our handy dandy projections. I always start by looking at pitcher first. We arrange it by FanDuel points, then we kind of look at the bottom, and alright, there's Martin Perez, our boy. Doing absolutely the worst on the slate. Okay. Yep, so the Padres, they're at Coors again, and this guy's a lefty. I feel like he's a noob. Are you a noob, son? You're 24. You have pitched 9 innings this year, so Sierra's not bad. 2 games. I mean, we can't draw any conclusions from this, but we want to trust the Vegas and these projections the best. And Homer Bailey's up there too, so I think these are 3 people that we really like to look at. Let's also just check the plate discipline for those first pitch strikes. As you can see, ooh, man. Yeah, he's in the early game. Jake Odorizzi. He is a fly ball pitcher. Ooh, man, against that could be interesting. Yeah, Cashner is pretty bad. But you can see it's not the average being 60, so a lot of the players are just kind of hovering there. I don't see where Martin Perez is. Wow, Martin Perez is pretty high. But the percent that he's actually in the zone is kind of low, so alright, so we have some idea of what's going on. So let's check our batters. Okay, so we see Trout right away. I always like to see who is the highest projected on the day, because that gives you a good idea of, you know, who's really going to smash it. So all these people are super high priced, early game. Interesting that Hunter is here. Just going to look him up. If you guys want a value play for today, Chris Young is back to playing. And he's min salary, and against lefties, he's like absolutely freaking amazing. So I expect him to be much higher in the batting order. So if you need a punt, use him. Oh, and he's against Perez too, so the Boston stack is definitely in play. We're looking at Hunter. If he's min salary or anything close, wow. Man, look at his numbers. God, he has insane power, especially there. If he's batting fourth again, Hunter looks real good. But let's keep going. So we got the Angels. Okay, there's Cespedes again, man. He's pretty high up there. Compared to his price, too. I think actually they're probably pretty similar. Man, Hunter. So just look. So Nolan's at about 15.7, and Cespedes at about 13. So we have about a little 2-point difference there. We'll just do it here because this looks a lot more fun. So Cespedes there at 3.8. Nolan at 5.4, so you got a lot of salary relief there, and you know, you got good value. And Hunter also looks pretty good. But if we just see in the top 30, we got 3 Angels. Upton, Cozart, yeah, that's all the power from there. So we're looking. This is Upton, of course, Trout, and Cozart. Yeah, so they're a little bit pricier. So you gotta think if that's what you like. Perez is bad, obviously, so you know, we're liking that a lot. Let's see. We also said the Rockies, of course, man. Yeah, but all these players are just really expensive, I'm sure. We can just look. Yeah, Nolan's going to be the most. Yeah, these are kind of the prices you expected. So if we kind of think about the Angel stack, right? The Angel stack is going to be a little bit cheaper. So you tonight might be the Coors night. Wow, and Chris is at a really great price. You know, he homered last night, so we're seeing kind of already a lot of value plays. I'm trying to think who was the other pitcher. Okay, there's Cespedes. He should do okay. We're looking. I mean, okay, that's really it. Yeah, Boston stack should be a good one. Who's pitching? Wait, what? Sorry, guys. I thought Young plays for Boston. Oh no, yeah, he got traded. Okay. Yeah, so if you throw him in there into the LA stack, I think the LA stack is looking really good. And something with the Mets too. Their over/under was low. You know how? Because we found out the Mets and the Phillies were both the good stacks that we liked. But the over/under in the Mets was smaller, even though they had the bases loaded. And that situation was quite juicy. Yeah, they point out a lot of the similar kind of plays that we noticed too. Stan usually versus lefty is good, but Sale, I guess, is the exception. And just for pitchers, let's look at so the Mets. You see, they're pretty nice favorites, and you know, Miami is the worst team in the league. So DeGrom is good. He's a strikeout machine, can pitch, mixes it up well and everything. So, I mean, those are some thoughts for today. You know, I wish you guys the best of luck, and you know, like and subscribe, please. If you have any questions, hit me up on Twitter or leave it in the comments. And teamwork and friendship, guys. Let's do it.